everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, if you remember a few weeks back, got the Jeffree Star Summer Chrome collection. And it was a shade called Crystal Ball, which is a blinding white ice cold highlighter. And funnily enough, Jeffree Star has a ice cold highlighter called Ice Cold. So I thought, what better way to compare the two, since they look pretty much exactly the same, compare them and see if they are. So let's do it. Let's start off with looking at them like this. Now I'll do a close-up for you guys. So as you can see, this is shade Crystal Ball here, and that is shade Ice Cold. Ice Cold sort of has like almost like an off-white kind of color, but Crystal Ball is like pure white. It's pure white. So let's do a hand swatch of Crystal Ball. So there it is there, and let's do a swatch down my hand. Now that is shade Crystal Ball there, a nice silvery white shade. And then let's get shade Ice Cold, which is an off-white kind of color. Swatch it there. And as you can see on my finger, the difference is there. Crystal Ball's a bit more silver. And let's put that one there. So those swatches tell me that Ice Cold is actually a bit more blinding, but you can definitely see it's more kind of like an off-white kind of color, yet Crystal Ball's kind of a more silvery color. So that's what it looks like on the hand. Now you've got to remember, when I do these swatches with the hand, they are much thicker and more concentrated because it's on your finger, and your finger usually has like natural oils and stuff like that. So me putting it on my brush and on my face will test, you know, pretty much, do you need both, or can you just live with one of them? Or is one better? Is one a better kind of white kind of shade that you like? I don't know. We will see. I'm just going to get a clean kind of tulipy brush here, and I'll start with shade Crystal Ball, and I'm just going to dip it in a few times. As you can see, it's picked the product up, and I'll just swatch it up here like so. So you can't really see it. I find that with the more kind of floaty big brushes that it does pick up the product, but it doesn't disperse it onto your face. Sometimes it's better to get a kind of more dense kind of brush to pick it up, because yeah, as you can see, that's not really doing much. It's just giving it a nice kind of light kind of glow, which I mean isn't that bad. It's not a bad thing, getting a nice kind of light kind of glow, but I want it to be blinding so you guys can actually notice. So I'll just try it again, and I'll just kind of concentrate the brush a little like so, pinch it together. That's better. Now I'm getting somewhere. See, there we go there. It's just like a nice kind of silvery highlight there. So now I'll get a similar brush and get shade Ice Cold and do the same thing. So I'll just tap it a few times. As you can see, the product is on there, and I'll just kind of put it on that way. So I find that this one's actually probably a bit more easy to pick up because these brushes are pretty much exactly the same, but see, it's like picked it up more. It's like more blinding on there. But yeah, that is Ice Cold there, and then this is Crystal Ball. So as you can see, like me looking in the mirror right now, I don't see much of a difference. Honestly, if you just looked at me like this, you would just think I was wearing the same colored highlighter. On my hand, you can see that there is a difference, and that Ice Cold is more like an off-white. Crystal Ball's more of like a silvery kind of tone, but on the face, there's honestly not much of a difference. So yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm surprised, really, because you look at it and you can see that they look pretty much the same. So I'd say if you had Ice Cold, there's really no point in getting this one. I think this is more cooler just for the container value compared to the standard pink containers that they're in. I do prefer these silvery kind of chrome ones, and they are limited edition, so I mean, it is a cool thing to get, but if you're just wanting a white silvery highlight, you've already got Ice Cold. You probably don't need this if you're not into collecting things. If you just need it, if you just want it as your everyday highlight and you don't feel the need to have, like, you know, some people will just want one highlight and that's it. They don't have a million highlighters like some people like me, because I have like a million of highlighters. I'm like, oh, I could have pink color today. Okay, put it on my face. But like a lot of people don't actually do that. They just have one highlighter and that's their standard highlighter that they use all day every day. So yeah, hopefully that helped you if you're just wanting a white highlighter. I personally prefer this one. That's because of the packaging on the outside. It's got nothing to do with it being actually on my face. Both shades are actually quite wearable, surprisingly, even though they seem super white, and I'm not super white. I'm not really pale. So you usually think, oh, this isn't really going to work because I'm not super white, but I mean, it works somehow. And yeah, that's it on the cheeks there. So yeah, hopefully this video helped you. If you did, please send me a comment down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe wherever the subscribe box is. And don't forget to watch more videos. Anyway, I love you guys so much and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.